We're going to go rogue with this miniature Freyda from Massive Darkness 2. Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So we're starting off with the Rogue class now from Massive Darkness 2, and this is Freyda, who's primed in Wolf Grey from the Army Painter. And we're starting off with a little bit of ruby skin. This is a skin tone paint from the Army Painter paint set, and it's going to be going on her face and her hands. Not much skin on this miniature, so not much to say about that any more than that needs to be. By the way, these skin tone paints, if you haven't used them, they are pretty good. There's a couple of them that need a little bit more shaking, but this one goes on really well and does a good job covering up that wolf gray. Hey, if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button, and if you're liking these videos, hit that like button. It helps get my video pushed out there. Alright, matte black is there. We're using that on her hair. Pretty much that, and she has like this little bandana, like sort of like a bandit mask on, and so you have to go really careful with that just to get the little edges there. It makes like little sunglasses or little glasses that she's wearing. Next color moving on is Crusted Sore. This one you're going to have to shake a lot. Even put some mixing balls in there. You're going to want to put probably a second coat on there. So I'm only doing one on camera. I do put a second one on, however. So this is just for the outside part of her cloak or her cape, because the inside part I want to do it differently, because in the artwork it looks like she has like a leathery color underneath. Some people painted the whole thing red. I didn't want to do that because it would have been like too red and just, you know, kind of boring. So I wanted to change it a bit so when you see her from behind it's a little bit different. And first, before we get to that, we're going to use some Monster Brown, and this is going to be for her pants, the cufflinks. I guess they're like, no, they're not cufflinks, just the cuffs, sorry, on her jacket or on her cloak, and as well as her boots, and pretty much just, you know, little areas around that armor that she has on her legs. You just want to have a nice little brown color on that, so just touching up there the cuffs. And now we're using Troll Claws. So this is a beige yellowish color. With the wash later on, it's going to become a nice leathery brown. Well, not leathery brown, but like a leathery color, leathery feel to it. Now it looks very bright, but that wash is really going to darken a little bit later, and it's going to do, it covers up really well over the wolf gray. You're wondering probably why I did wolf gray. It's because whenever I painted the rogues or primed them, I primed all three with the same color. It's just simpler that way. A little bit of flat brown. This is a Vallejo model color paint, actually. I don't have many Vallejo colors. I might get a few more for colors I don't have in the Army Painter. So I'm doing this for the quiver of her arrows or her knives, as well as the sheaths of her other daggers that she's holding, and some parts of that, like, it looks like a bolt crossbow, or I'm not sure what that is really as a weapon back on her back there. Sorry, again, I'm off camera a little bit here. It is hard to concentrate on painting the miniature and recording the miniature. Also, I noticed that sometimes my camera just slips for some reason. Anyways, Dragon Red, just to do little button ears on her cape there. A little bit of plate mail metal, well, not a little bit, but enough. On the armor, we're not going to do the daggers with this because we really want the daggers to pop, so we're going to use another metallic on that. So this is just for the armor on her legs. I'm going to put some on the crossbow as well, and I think just like some little, there's a little strap here and there, and she's got like some arm gauntlets she's wearing as well, so we're going to put that plate mail metal on there. Next is we're using the Shining Silver, a metallics paint, and this is for the daggers. And I'm not even going to put a wash on these daggers because I want them to shine and be almost like the focal point of this miniature. Like, you see this miniature, you're going to see these daggers coming at you. Next, we're going to move on to some leather brown, and this is going to be just for a couple little straps here and there. Again, just on her quiver, she has a couple little straps there, and we just want to put a little bit like a highlight almost, like so that it differs from the quiver and the straps. Now for all the handles of her daggers and these cool daggers here, we're going to be using some weapon bronze. So it's a brownish metallic, which is perfect for this, I find. It meshes into her cape a bit. We're also going to put that on the daggers that are hanging on her back as well. Now, I could have used the flesh wash from the Army Painter, but I decided to use Guilliman flesh from Citadel. I just find that their contrast paints works really well on flesh. The flesh wash from Army Painter is a little too thick, in my opinion. Now I've even added some medium to it. It doesn't work that well. Seraphim Sepia is our shade now we're using on that Troll Claws color. Now remember I was saying I want to give it this leathery effect. I found that the Seraphim Sepia, my god, is a nice coating to put on that Troll Claws. Afterwrath Red now, and sorry I didn't realize I was so low on the camera, but I'm just dry brushing a lighter red on top of the cape, to get my, I can't speak today, folks, on top of the cape, just to give it a little highlight there, not too much. Karaberg Crimson, this is another shade from Citadel, and we're going to be putting this on the top part of her cape. This is going to give it a nice deep reddish color, as well as highlight that Astorath red and get into the cracks to make a little bit more shading. This is amazing, the shades from Citadel, by the way. Nuln Oil now, we're going to be using this on the metal as well as her boots, but we're not using this on the blades. Like I mentioned, we don't want to use this on the blades because we want them to shine. Use them a bit on that quiver in the back and just some little areas here and there to be able to finish off that miniature. Once again, folks, I hope you're enjoying these Massive Darkness 2 videos, so hit that like button, comment down below what you think are my next miniatures. There you go, folks. Freyda is painted, ready for the table, and lurk in the shadows and destroy the monsters in Massive Darkness 2 Hellscape. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and we'll see you all in the next one.